How is it going, everyone? It's Caleb here, and today I'm going to be talking about another video game that I enjoy, and this time, it's just Sonic Team Racing. Now, there are a lot of different Sonic kart games. I think that there's like 3 in total. I said a lot. When you say a lot, you feel like there's going to be a lot more than that. Maybe I should have just said there's 3. It doesn't matter. There's at least 3 Sonic kart games. That's what matters, and that's the topic we're going to be talking about today, this particular Sonic kart game. So, Sonic Team Racing. This game, I feel like, is kind of overlooked a lot of the times. I don't hear anyone talk about this, ever. And it's kind of strange because the game itself is actually pretty fun. However, it is somewhat of a downgrade compared to Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. But it does do some things right, and I do want to talk about what it does right, because I do think that this game doesn't get talked enough. It doesn't get talked about enough, and I definitely want to shed a little bit more light on this game. So, yes, it's a little bit of a downgrade compared to All-Stars Racing Transform, due to the fact that the transformation aspect is gone completely. This is just a standard kart racing game. However, some people may enjoy that. Some people may just enjoy a simple kart racer like this anyway. I personally prefer the transformed part, but either way, it's a Sonic game. I'm going to play it. But I do like the game for what it is. It's a fun racing game, and the team part of this comes into the fact where you actually can race in teams of 3. And basically the way this works is you can help your teammates out, you can give them power-ups, you can trade power-ups basically, you can get behind them. They have a little line that follows them, like a little yellow line, and if you get behind them, you can actually get a boost, and then you can go around them, and slingshot is what it's called, and you will actually get even more of a boost, and you can go around them, and you can keep repeating that process to keep getting further and further up in the race. And then once you actually do that enough, and you help your team enough, you get what's called the ultimate ability, and then you can go ultimate, and it basically gives you and your team a super fast boost, and you are going faster than the rest of everyone on the track. It's fun. I think that it's fun, it's a neat idea, and it's cool. The way that the Heap Score is, if you get first place, you get points for that. So if your teammates get second place, obviously they'll get the points for second place. Third place, they'll get the points for third place. And then they add up that total of the points for your entire team. So let's say you get 10 points for being in first place, 9 points for being in second place, and you get 8 points for being in third. So that total would be 27 points. That's kind of how it works. And then, like I said, you're doing that against other teams of 3. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's fun. The team racing part, it's fun. However, even though I do like the team racing, I still prefer the solo racing. The solo racing is where I think that this game shines. The solo racing is a ton of fun, and I just enjoy, you know, just your standard 1-on-8 racing, you know, your standard type of race. I think that's what's the most fun. Now, when it comes to the actual gameplay, it plays fine. In fact, I think it plays very well. I enjoy the way it looks. Graphically, it's very beautiful, very colorful, and I think that it really, really looks good. The customizations is insane. There's a ton of customization that you can do onto your car. After each race, you actually get these coins, and you can take these coins and you can use them on this like gachapon machine. And when you do that, it will give you a new item to customize your car. And I'm talking like wheels, talking your full-on, just everything about your car you can change pretty much. Your horn, the decals, the paint color. There's different sorts of like rear ends on the car, different front ends. There's a whole lot of different customization in this game, and I really like that. You can also get power-ups in these gachapon machines, and that means you can start off at the very beginning of the race with a power-up, which is kind of nice. Now, when it comes to the story mode in this, I'm not a huge fan of the story mode. One of the big problems with this is that the story mode is actually way too difficult. For some reason, I don't know why, but they made some of the challenges really, really difficult. I was actually wondering if maybe I was just bad at it. Usually, I don't think that about kart games, because usually, like, not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm pretty decent at kart games. I'm not like the best kart racer ever, but like I'm decent enough. But I looked it up to see if anyone else was having problems with it, and apparently there's a lot of other people who have had problems with the campaign in this just being ridiculously hard. There's a random difficulty spike in the challenges specifically, and I just never got past it. I couldn't get past the challenge courses, so I just stopped playing the campaign, and I just stuck to doing the Grand Prix over and over again, which is fine, because, I mean, the Grand Prix are awesome, and the story mode wasn't really that great anyway, because the story mode kind of plays out in visual novel style, where characters just pop up on the screen and you read the text, and I didn't really care for that anyway. Honestly, kart racing games don't really need a story, if I'm being honest. Well, Grand Prix mode is fine with me, and that's what I enjoyed the most anyway, so I just mainly stick to the Grand Prix. The characters are all Sonic characters in this one. You should be familiar with all of them if you played the Sonic games. You get Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, you get, wait, I think it's, I'm going to say Silver? I hope that's his name. I hope I said that right. I can't remember if it's Silver or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. You get Shadow, you get Eggman or Dr. Robotnik, whatever you want to call him. You get Rouge. You have all the different characters. There's a ton of different characters to pick from, so that's always a plus to have that many characters. And Metal Sonic. I like racing as Metal Sonic as well. And I will say also there is some customization. When it comes to the customization, there is actually some difference in the car whenever you customize it. Each part of the car will have a different, basically, stat boosted on it or subtracted on it. You know, it's very in depth in terms of the customization on the car and how it actually affects the way it drives as well. And I actually don't like that a whole lot, because I would rather it just be cosmetic and not be a thing where it affects the racing, because, you know, there's some characters like Knuckles. I love Knuckles. He's one of my favorite characters, but I don't really like racing as him because his handling is horrible, and there's not really a way to make his handling on par with some of the other characters, and that's a little bit aggravating. I wish that that was a little bit different. Overall, though, if you're just looking for a fun kart racing game, a very pretty kart racing game, and if you are just a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog in general, you can't really go wrong with this game. It's still really fun. Just keep in mind, the story mode is definitely way too difficult for some reason, but the actual racing itself is fun. I think that you can race on any mode and you'll get a good challenge. I race always on the hardest difficulty whenever it's just the normal challenges or the team racing. I always do the hardest difficulty, and it doesn't feel like I'm getting cheated any time. There's no rubber banding. It feels like it's pretty fair, and I enjoy it. And overall, it's just a fun game. It's another fun racing game, and I just really wanted to talk about it because I like all things kart racing games. However, I am going to swap it up a little bit next video, and we're going to talk about something that's not a kart racer, but I still hope that you enjoy it anyway. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.